How is everyone doing? Super excited and proud to be here talking with each and every last one of you all. But you know how I like to kick this thing off. Do one of three things for me right now. I need you to like, share, and comment because you never know who might need to hear this. And the whole person be coming to you week in and week out is to become the river and not the reservoir. This provides you all with so much value that you can go out there and provide value to others. Welcome back to our channel, family. It is DT Sturghill, your unspoken mentor. And today, let me tell you something that separates the average from exceptional. I'm going to say it again, that separates the average from exceptional. All right? The greatest skill you could ever develop, get it, is the ability to figure it out. Not talent, not luck, not connections. The ability to just simply figure it out. I actually came into this ability when I was in my late teens, like 18, 19, where I actually found out how to figure it out from me critically thinking and making decisions, because life doesn't hand you a full instruction manual. It gives you opportunities wrapped in uncertainty. Now that's where a lot of us start to feel uncomfortable because we don't like the feeling of not knowing. And people who win are the ones who say, I'll figure it out. Listen, most people quit not because it's impossible. Get this, because they expect it to be easy. Have you ever went through something in life or just life in general? You expect things to go your way or you just want it to be easy. But guess what? If you had the easy things right now, life will be harder on the back end. But if you do what's hard right now, then life will be easier. See, winners don't wait for everything to make sense. They step in a mess. They learn the process and they figure it out as they go. You do not need all the answers. I'm going to say it again. You do not need all the answers. To start, you just need the attitude that says, I found them. I will find the answers along the way. Because when you develop the mindset to figure things out, you simply become unstoppable. And that's the thing with life. You want to get yourself to a point where you become unstoppable, undeniable, and nothing can get you down. So if you have a pen and pad handout, I highly suggest that you use it because I want you to take notes because this is a coaching session. So number one, resourcefulness beats resources. See, some people spend their whole lives waiting for perfect conditions, but let me let you in on something. The conditions will never be perfect. The perfect amount of money, the perfect team, the perfect plan, but perfection, I'm let you in on a secret, it's only illusion. And those who wait for perfect conditions will always be waiting. Winners make what they've got work. Whatever you have right now, guess what? You have to be the person to make it work. You don't need more money. You don't need more mindset. You don't need more followers. You just need more follow through. So are you really following through with the things that you say that you want? Because one thing that I do know about resourceful people is they'll always find a way. They say, I might not have everything I need, but I'll use what I have until I do. See, that's a whole different shift in your mindset. You're accepting what it is right now, but you're seeing the glass as half full instead of half empty. So you are more of the optimistic person instead of pessimistic. Get it? Number two, the figure it out mindset builds faith. Once you figure it out, guess what? You have to trust in something that's higher than yourself. You know why people, when it comes to faith, you have to let God step in, because God doesn't show you the whole plan. When you do see something, he just shows you the picture at the end. because he wants you to trust in him enough to walk into what doesn't make sense yet. I know it might be scary. I know you might feel uneasy, but every time you say, I figured out, you're activating faith. You're saying, God, I don't have all the answers, but I trust that you'll reveal them in the process. And that's what walking in faith looks like. Not knowing all the details, because you're not going to know all the details, but knowing who walks right with you. That's where your dreams come true. That's where all the things that you're trying to accomplish get done. That's where your faith rise above the fear. Problem solvers become leaders. If I know who with me, guess what? I'm going to solve a problem every time. So let's be real. Every level of success comes with a new set of problems. The difference between those who rise and those who fail isn't whether you have problems, it's whether they can solve them. If you can figure out things, you'll always be valuable. You'll always have opportunities, and you'll always be trusted with more. But you have to be able to steward what you have right now and start to see those obstacles as opportunities, because people who figure things out don't complain about the mountain. Guess what? They climb it. Why would I complain about a mountain and I can just climb it? Let me talk to the person who feels overwhelmed right now. So if you're looking at this video and you feeling overwhelmed right now, you're trying to build something that you've never seen. It's okay, because you're trying to become someone no one in your family has ever been. It might be a lot of pressure. You might feel a lot of kickback, or you might feel a lot of doubt, because you're trying to create opportunities where there are none. I know it feels heavy. I know it feels hard. And I know most of all, it feels unclear. But this is something that I promise you, you have what it takes to figure it out. I firmly believe this. If you're looking at this video right now, I'm telling you, you have exactly what it takes inside of you to get to that next level, to become successful, or just to have anything that your heart desire. Every successful person that you admire or that you see didn't know what they were doing either. They just refused to let that stop them. Guess what they did? The LeBrons, the Oprahs, the Denzel Washington, Samuel Jackson, they started. They stumbled, they learned, but most of all, they figured it out. That's the story of every champion that you know. They develop the ability to just figure it out. It's not going to look good. It's not going to feel good. Sometimes you might look foolish, or sometimes they might confuse your confidence with arrogance, but you're developing the ability to figure it out. I want to give you a formula real quick before I go. So let me break this down for you. Start before you feel ready. I'm going to say that again. Start before you feel ready. Readiness is a result of movement, not a requirement for it. Study everything. Google it, chat GPT, ask questions, watch tutorials, and learn the craft. But this is the big one. Stay adaptable. When something doesn't work, you just pivot. You don't panic. You have to be able to adjust like water. If you put water in a container, guess what? It adjusts to the shape of that container. And I think it was Bruce Lee that said you have to be like water, which you really do. And then seek feedback, not validation. Validation strokes your ego. But feedback, it sharpens your edge, like iron sharpening iron. But keep going until it all makes sense. And eventually, it might not make sense right now, but eventually it will. And so many people start right before the breakthrough because they think, I don't know how. You don't have to know the how. If you can see the end result, like the Bob Proctor said, If you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Whatever you can conceive, you have to believe in order to achieve. But I don't know how, is just one I figured out a way from progress. Every dream requires discovery. Every calling requires curiosity. Every vision requires you to become a student again. That's truly what growth look like. You might not have the answers. It's okay. You might not have a plan. Guess what? It's okay. You might not have the connections. Guess what? It's okay. But if you've got the faith to say, I figured out, you are already 10 steps of everybody who is in this stage right now of giving up, or who are just looking for the high, fishing and looking for the how to, instead of just going to do it. You already got the key to everything that you've been praying for. Because the greatest gift that you could ever develop, listen to me, isn't knowing how to do everything. It's knowing that no matter what comes your way, you personally can figure it out. And if you look at this video, now you have the steps, the guideline, the blueprint to how to figure it out. So the more you know, the more you grow. And remember, your mindset is your creation, so make it great. Look, I'm somewhere believing in you. Let's work together. Thanks for watching. Look, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all at the top. All right?